Welcome, brothers and sisters, to another segment of Moments with the Master. My name is Brother Renthian Pickney, and I'm one of the deacons and ministers here at Trinity Church of Christ. And today I want to just talk to you about how, as we as Christians shouldn't grow tired of doing good, because at the proper time, our harvest will be on the way. How we as Christians should not grow tired or weary in doing good, because at the proper time, our harvest will be on the way. Now, the text I want to use to emphasize this point is found in Galatians chapter 6, verses 7 through 10. Galatians chapter 6, verses 7 through 10. And in this particular text, Paul reminds us that as Christians, and just people in general, we reap what we sow. And he goes off and he goes into explaining how if you sow to please your flesh, in the end, you're going to reap destruction. But if you sow to please the Spirit, in the end, you're going to reap eternal life. Then he talks about how we shouldn't grow tired in doing good, because at the proper time, we will reap a harvest of blessings. And in addition to that, he also emphasizes that we should do good when the opportunity presents itself, especially to those of the household of faith. Now, there's a few things that we can learn from this particular text. Number one is that you get out of life which you put into life. That you get out of life which you put into life. And what I mean by that is that if you live your life being selfish and taking advantage of others, don't be surprised that people will be willing to be selfish and take advantage of you when the opportunity presents itself. If you go around mistreating people and hurting people, don't be surprised if people, when they get the opportunity, hurt and mistreat you. As Paul says in verse 7, you reap what you sow. So if we expect people to do good towards us, what does that tell us? We need to be willing to do good towards others. Now, the second thing that we can learn from this particular text is that our harvest will come at the proper time. That our harvest will come at the proper time. Now, it's not going to come before it's time for it to come, nor will it come after. It won't even come when we want it to come. It's going to come at the right time, exactly when we need it. Often we get discouraged and we get impatient, but we have to understand that God is not on our timetable. And because of that, we have to be patient and understand that eventually our blessings are coming. When we think about doing good and our harvest being on the way, we have to almost look at it like investing in our spiritual future. Those that invest in the stock market understand that when you put stock or you put money into stocks, you're not going to necessarily get a return right away. Sometimes it may take weeks, months, even years for you to get a return. But in the end, all that matters is that you get a return. And it's the same thing when it comes to doing good. You may not see a result of the goodness that you do for others immediately, but at the right time, God has a wonderful blessing awaiting you. And I'm going to make this point as well. Some of us are already in our season of blessing, but because we're focusing so much on what we don't have and not on the wonderful blessings that God has given us, we are allowing our season or our harvest of blessing to pass us up. So don't allow your harvest of blessings to pass you up, or this season, this wonderful season that you're in, to pass you up, because you're too busy focusing on stuff that you don't have. So with that, I just want to encourage you to remember that you get out of life what you put into life, and that at the proper time, if we continue to do good, a wonderful harvest of blessing is coming. It's not going to come before it's time or even after the time we need it. It's going to come exactly when we need it. Thanks again for joining us for another segment of Moments with the Master. Until next time, may God keep you and bless you.